And this will be posted in your back office of your iCB back office. What I'm going to do tonight, guys, I'm going to cover with you a sales funnel. And just to kind of give you maybe a little background on where this came from. And again, I've been in the industry for many, many years. In fact, when I first got started, I mean, you know, the only way we had the ability to actually build our organizations, we actually had to pick up the phone and actually call people. And what we found from experience was that most of the new people who were out there, they didn't know how to contact people. What we ended up doing is we ended up taking their list, we ended up calling their list. And back in the 80s, you know, people didn't have the answering machines, they didn't have caller ID, so people actually picked up the phone. But today, that's not the case. Today, if you try to call someone you don't know, nobody answers the phone. Nobody picks it up. They don't identify your number. They don't know who you are. They let you go to voicemail. And so, if we don't keep up with the technology that's in front of us, we'll be left behind. And one of the tools that many people are using is a sales funnel. And what the sales funnel can do for people who understand, it can basically sift, sort, and sell for you. And I think and again, if you reflect back, if you've been in this industry for any period of time, you'll understand the biggest deterrent we have for success is people don't think they have the ability to refer enough people that can convert and become buying members who then can in turn duplicate what they've just did. And what a sales funnel can do is it can help people build that belief that they can do it. And so we put together a sales funnel with iCB. It is designed to sift, sort, and sell for you, so you don't really have to do the heavy lifting. The system will do the heavy lifting for you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you right through it. The first step of a funnel is to present an offer. Now, there are many mechanisms to generate traffic, and what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get with your business support team to strategize on mechanisms you want to use to help drive traffic to your funnel. And again, one of the things I like to use is I like to use a blog. And the reason I like to use a blog is because a blog gives me ability to generate what's called organic traffic. And based upon the content that I post on the blog, we'll refer their friends to read my blog because it's got good content. In fact, as if you were part of the email campaign I sent out this afternoon, I was talking with one of our leaders, and we were talking about strategies and attitudes, and you know, I call it the mindset of a professional builder in contrast to some of the novice builders, but an attitude that can help you actually be smart rather than just work hard. Well, I'm going to actually take that information, I'm going to put that into a blog, I'm going to post it on my blog. And then I'll let my friends know I just posted some information that can help them build their business, whatever this is. And then if they like the post, they'll share it with their friends, and their friends will share it with their friends. And then just by the law of large numbers, what happens is people will then see the ads on the side of my blog, and they'll click on it. Well, the difference between a traditional blog and the blog that I've set up is rather than go ahead and have maybe Staples or Target or Bass Pro Shop be the links on the side of my blog, I've actually set the links up to be going back to iClubIz. And one of the links I set up was a link that says, hey, listen, you wouldn't buy a car before you would test drive it. Why would you join a business before you have it? So why don't you go ahead and test drive our business? And then they can click on that link, and it takes them to our $6 offer. And so the first step of the funnel is basically an offer. It's an offer that we have put together that can create a compelling reason to go ahead and pull the trigger and join. Our offer is simply this: we'll give them 90 days to test drive our business. They don't have to pay any starter pack fees. They don't got to pay any distributor fees. They don't need to set up an auto-ship. They can actually get involved, and they can take 90 days to kick the tires and test us out. This is something they like to do. And during that period of time, we'll give them access to our sales funnel. They'll be able to refer people to that sales funnel. That funnel will sift, sort, and sell for them. And then this 90-day trial will also give them the ability to sponsor Well, they can create spillover. It will give them a fully functional back office, and it also will give them our Premier Travel Club, which is really worth about $300 a year. It will give them all of this for only $6. And so what happens is when they go to, in this case, the mechanism that I use, a blog, and so a prospect, and they say, oh yeah, heck, this looks pretty cool. Even worst case scenario, I can get wholesale prices on my travel. And the way our travel club work, guys, is like this. We own the Sunset Beach Travel Agency, a registered seller of travel out of the state of Iowa. So if someone books a reservation through our agency, whatever commission we get, we rebate half back to them. So let's example, somebody wants to go to Chicago and they want to spend a weekend or something, and the hotel bills, let's say $300. We get about a 10% commission on that reservation, so we'll make $30 on that reservation. Well, we'll rebate half that back to the member, so they'll pick up $15 coming back to them on that $30 commission, so, which is more than enough for their membership. So what happens with a lot of times, people say, well, gosh, that seems like a pretty good offer. I'll go ahead and pull the trigger for $6. And as soon as they pull the trigger for $6, it takes them to the welcome page, and on the welcome page, we create what we call an upsell offer. We actually sit down with them and we create some incentives to get them to, maybe activate right away rather than wait to 90 days. We want to let them know, hey, listen, if you activate right away, you can, if you don't activate right away, probably more so than if you activate, but if you don't activate right away, you're losing a lot of money. Because even though you got 90 days to activate, it might make sense to pull the trigger and spend something to activate right away. And you can activate for as low as $12.50. But if you're not activated, anybody you refer to our program and they pull the trigger and they spend $6 on that travel club membership, which is a no-brainer, we pay back $3 in commission on that $6 offer. So we pay back 50%. And activated, you don't get that. That actually gets passed up to somebody else. And then also, if somebody decides to activate and they activate by purchasing a starter pack or setting up an auto ship, we pay fast cash commissions on that too. And if you're not activated, you don't get that. That gets passed up. And then we also have building programs. So we've got a lot of incentives for people to pull the trigger to spend at least $12.50. And we kind of encourage people. We'd like to see them activate and purchase a $75 auto ship to activate. And why would they do that? Well, and again, presentation that they're watching after they spend $6, it says, hey, you might want to activate right away because these are the incentives. And it says if you don't activate, anybody you refer to the $6 offer, you're not making the money on them, when they join. And you can see here on this little page right here, if you just activate strictly for $12, which is a minimum amount that we make available, if you do activate for $12.50, you'll get the fast cash commissions off everybody you personally refer. So if you got 4 people, for example, who purchased the $6 offer, you'll make $3 off each one of them. So you basically make enough to cover your $12.50 activation fee. But on top of that, anybody that purchases a $12.50 starter pack, you'll make some cash on that. You get paid, cash on the $25 pack, the $50 pack, or a $75 pack. So you'll make fast start money or fast cash money on all these purchases, provided you at least activate it for $12.50. But again, during the presentation, when they're watching this, they start to realize that, hey, listen, if all they did is $12.50, all they're going to make is strictly the people they refer. But if they activate and upgrade and commit to a $25 a month program, not only do they get paid the fast start, fast cash money on the first level, they get paid that cash money on the first, second, and third level. So all of a sudden, boy, it might make sense that you pull the trigger, spend $25 rather than $12.50 because you make it down through 3 levels. Especially when you understand how simple this program is. I mean, people go to your site, they click on it, they join. Next thing you know, they start sending traffic to their site. And in fact, the more you understand this, the more you realize even a mechanism that can generate organic traffic, you're going to see a lot of people sending their warm market to our site. Because it's so cool, because you don't have to go off and actually market to your warm market. And because you don't have to market to your warm market, you're going to find out a lot of people are going to be marketing to their warm market. So what happens with a lot of people, they won't want to come in for 12 because then they're giving up some income on the second and third level, so they'll pop in for 25. And they start to realize that they come in for 50, they get paid through 5 levels. And here's the reality. We encourage everybody to come in for 75 because you can max the plan. Now think about this. Look at this. On this page you're looking at right now, this is say, hey, listen, you get 4 new IBOs who each get levels, look at how much you make on the seventh level on a monthly basis. Okay. Now, obviously, it's not any income guarantees here, and I'll be covering that a little bit. This is just an example of income based on a comp plan, but that's $98,000 a month. Okay, that's not a one-time deal. That's every month, after month after month. That's based on a $75 commitment. Okay. And so what I kind of tell everybody is that they join, they go ahead and check out the $6 offer. They pop in, they go through we call it the upsell presentation. At that point in time, whatever they feel comfortable with, they pull the trigger and they join. And again, when you tie in both the fast start money for the auto ship and the team building money, look at this slide right here. And again, as it says, this is just an illustration. It's based on everybody buying $75 a month. It's not a guarantee. It's just an illustration of income based on a comp plan. But look at that. 4 who get 4 through 7 levels. Just on the fast cash money, you got $98,000 a month coming in. On the team building money, you got $51,000. It's $149, almost $150,000 a month. And again, a lot of people say, well, that's just not real. This is one of the conversations I had with a gentleman this afternoon. And I'm almost getting sick and tired of having to dummy down my motivation, my expectations, so I can meet the attitudes of the people who don't have the same expectations about success as I do. I'm looking for somebody who can believe a great thing happened to them. If someone looks at this and they say, well, that's just way too much money for me to believe, the reality is, yeah, it's a lot of money, but can't you believe that somewhere inside of you there's a potential for a great thing to happen to you? If you don't believe that that's available to you, then here's what happens. Then you justify and rationalize to stay where you're at. I mean, when I looked at this, I'm thinking 4 who get 4 through 7 levels, they can make me $150,000 a month. What would change in my life? Let me tell you, what would be the first thing you would do? Would you get a new house? Would you get a new car? Would you take some vacations? Would you support some ministries? Would you take care of your kids? Would you take care of your grandkids? What would you do? What would $150,000 a month do for you? Now, here's what happens with most people. Most people don't take the time to really visualize and affirm the potential that they have as far as their dreams. All they're trying to do is they live in reality. They live with who they are today, and they let that make the determination of what they do tomorrow. Well, you want to know something? I'm looking for a person who can believe a great thing can happen to them. So what happens is, and you look how simple this program is. Someone pops. They go to your funnel, okay? They see the offer. They look at the 90-day test drive. They pull the trigger. They spend $6, and then they go to your upsell offer. They see the incentive to go ahead and pull the trigger and activate right now. And they look at the potential for either $12.50, $25.50, or $75. They make a decision. And then what you do, you go in your back office and you identify factors. You get an email every time somebody joins that buys a $6 offer. You'll get an email that says, hey, listen, you had a new person just purchased the $6 offer. And then what you do is you go ahead and give them a couple, 15 minutes or so and look in the back office and see if they activate it. And if they activate it, on the phone with them, or even if they don't activate, you still get on the phone with them. But this is the key step. This is the step that will determine whether or not you can build a team that will self-generate, or if you'll keep redoing this over and over and over again. Here's what I found. I have found a lot of people are really, really good at selling, but they're not really, really good at building. And so what happens is the reason our funnel is so cool, our funnel will sift, sort, and sell for you. And then when the initial offer is accepted and the upsell offer is accepted, you move on with them. And then what you must do is you must make a deal with them. You must let them know that you'll be with them. You'll take your time, your money, your resources, and your expertise, and you'll partner with them to help them build a business that can get their dreams, that can help them create the environment that they want for their family for generations to come. If they're willing to plug into our system, follow our pattern, and commit to buy the products, and you get a commitment from them, this is where you start to build the team that will last the test of time. See, a lot of people up there in the marketplace, here's what they want to do. They want to go out and they want to, they want to use a some mechanism. They want to use some marketing tool that's going to generate traffic, that's going to get conversions where people are going to join, but they don't want to take the time to partner with people. If you look back at this slide right here, the offer, whatever traffic source you send, and by the way, I'm going to recommend you all send your warm traffic to the funnel, because once they understand we've got a mechanism that you don't have to burden and badger people to get in, we got a funnel that will sift, sort, and sell. So you send your warm market to your funnel. They see it. They pull the trigger for $6. Then they see the upsell video. If they don't upsell, they don't upsell. You just, hey, listen, I see you joined for $6. I just want to make sure that that's all you're interested in is getting a good deal on travel. I want to make sure you really weren't interested in building a business. And you got to realize, see, and here's my attitude. I'm not looking to convince anyone. You will find out that the higher you climb on the ladder of success, the less to convince. I sort people out. I put people in a position where no is an acceptable answer because I want an honest answer. I'm not looking to sell anybody. I'm looking to sift, sort, and I'm looking to have the system sift, sort, and sell for me so I can partner with people. And if a person says, no, I just deals on travel, that's what I thought, but I just thought I'd call and make sure. If a person says, no, I really want to make some money, then my question is, well, why did you pull the trigger and at least an upgrade right away? I want them to tell me why they didn't do it. See, rather than me trying to convince them to do it, I want them to tell me why they didn't do it. If they say, well, I just don't have any money right now. So, well, dude, if you don't have any money right now, they're going to change. I mean, it only takes $12.50 to activate, put yourself in a position. Do you realize you just get 4 people that you go to your funnel and they buy that $6 offer? That basically pays for your $12.50. And but you want to know something? We pay every day. This is crazy. That goes in, buys that $6 offer today, $3 goes into your e-wallet today. Okay, so guess what? You go off and get 4 people to purchase the $6 offer. Then what happens is $12 going into your e-wallet today. So, and again, if somebody gives me an excuse, I put it back on them. Here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that I can partner with. I call it the old Sammy Hall. I'll take my time. I'll take my money. I'll take my resources. I'll take all of my expertise to help you build a business that will get your dreams, provided you follow the pattern that we put together, provided you plug into the system that we put together, and provided you commit to the products. And so what happens is on this phone call, and here's what's cool. I don't have to talk to anybody who has not already exhibited to me they got a predisposition to spend money. I mean, if you think about this, the only people that I'm talking to are people who have already joined and spent $6. If all they did is $6, they didn't upgrade, I say, hey, Joe, I see you came on board. Just want to make sure you just wanted the travel deal, that you really weren't interested in making any money. Just want to confirm that. Well, that's pretty much all I wanted. That's no problem. That's what I thought. That's why I wanted to just give you a buzz. Hey, if you ever need anything, give me a call. You got my number. You got my email. Give me a shout. Okay? If they call and say, no, I want to make some money, well, dude, well, why didn't you pull the trigger and spend? Okay? And the minute they say, well, whatever their excuses, I put the burden on them. I want them to convince me that they are worthy of my time. And I hope you can get this. You use the funnel to sift. You use the funnel to sort. Use the funnel to sell. You can then sit down and build a relationship and partner with people. You want to build something that's going to last the test of time? You've got to have a mechanism that can generate traffic. Now, if you need help generating traffic, get a hold of your upline. I know somebody in your upline has a mechanism that you can use to generate traffic. And then once you start figuring out how the mechanism works, okay, and you're going to love this. In fact, as we're in the process of building a presentation it's going to take the place of Dare to Compare. It's going to be called your sales funnel. It's going to walk you through exactly step by step how this whole system works. But all you really want to do is have fun with this. Contact your warm market. Say, hey, I've stumbled across a really cool program. It's a way you can actually make money online without having to badger your friends. Didn't know if you'd be interested, but I thought I'd just bounce it off you in case you'd like to check it out. Here you can go to it, and then you just send them to your ADB-system page. Let them watch the 6 offer. If they pop in, automatically takes them to the upsell video. As soon as they get done with the upsell video, they either pop in, either they upgrade or they don't, and then they pop into your holding tank, and you make a decision. And of course, one of the things that we cover with them, what's the motivation, what's the stimulation to activate right away? Well, you get placed quicker. If you don't activate, you stay in the holding tank for 7 days, but if you activate right away, you get placed right away. So your chances of having more people placed underneath you go up. Well, that right there is enough motivation to get somebody to pull the trigger for $12.50. And so what happens is if someone hasn't pulled the trigger for $12.50, here's what you don't want to do is you want to go off and try to sell them. You just want to go off and just walk them on board and just say, hey, you just want to save some money on travel. Is that right? And let them feel the pressure. I hope this all makes sense. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and shut the presentation down right now.